Republicans have a potential opportunity in the state of Virginia for 2024. I know that may seem like a cope, delusion, whatever to some people, but today I will be discussing why I actually think if Republicans get the correct candidate, this is going to be a closer than expected Senate seat in 2024 for Virginia. And I already could tell people are going to say, real American thinks Republicans will win the Senate seat. No. What I am saying, however, is if Republicans get a good candidate on this race and gives the candidate proper funding, and on top of that, I think this race could be closer than expected. Do I think Republicans will win this seat? I don't know. But to say that Republicans have a 0% chance with these candidates, I don't think that's a good indication, because Republicans, they have a decent bench in Virginia for 2024. Now, before we continue with today's video, I hope you enjoy these type of videos. If you do, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the Twitter account in the description down below, and join the channel today. That is right, folks. If you join the channel today, you can help support the daily content on this channel. So click that join button down below and join today. All right, folks, let's get into it. So Virginia, the great state of Virginia, and we're not going to be looking at the 2020 presidential map of Virginia. Why? Because, well, this is a Senate seat. And from what we can see in 2022, Senate seats and presidential races, they tend to differ on results. And if you don't know, in 2024, the Virginia Senate race will have incumbent Tim Kaine potentially running for re-election. Now, this is the first thing I got to tell everybody. Just because he filed paperwork doesn't mean anything. Look, there's a shot that Tim Kaine doesn't even run for re-election. If that does happen, this makes this a lot easier than most people would think. I mean, Tim Kaine, in my opinion, is a bit overrated as an electoral juggernaut. I mean, in 2018, he ran against Corey Stewart. It's like, great, you ran against him. 2012, he ran against George Allen. I mean, yeah, he was a Virginia governor for a little bit, and he was a senator, but it's like, it's not the best candidate in the world. But either way, Republicans do have a decent bench in 2024. And that starts with, of course, Governor Youngkin. Now, a lot of people on the right have been bashing Youngkin for, I don't know why. They're just attacking Youngkin for, oh, he's not Trumpy enough and all this other stuff. But it's like, here's the thing though about Youngkin. He is not this extreme, nationalist conservative. That is true. But guess what? He fits the state of Virginia like a glove. He is perfect for the state. He is fairly conservative on some issues, but he focuses on the issues that matter to voters in the state of Virginia. You know why he won this election? Yes, a big part of it came down to what happened in Loudoun County. That shocked the world. If you don't know, look it up. Look up what happened to Loudoun County School District. It's one of the biggest school district scandals you will ever see. But point is, he won this election because of education, but also groceries. If you don't remember, Youngkin ran on, I'm going to suspend the grocery tax. I'm going to reduce grocery prices. That's what he focused on. And this was a problem Republicans focused on for inflation. Yes, inflation is a serious concern for voters, right? It is. But to say that gas prices are the number one issue, many surveys conducted show more likely it's actually quite the opposite. People care more about grocery prices than they do about gas prices. Like, yeah, it's an inconvenience and it pisses some people off, but if Republicans don't focus on what really matters to voters, which is food, I mean, if some voters are having troubles buying food, it's like, why don't you focus on that? Yes, gas is a kind of a necessity for some people, but food absolutely is necessary for people. And that's what Youngkin ran on. Education, groceries. That's what he focused on. That's how he won. And McAuliffe ran all on abortion. I know this was before Dobbs was decided, but even then, that's all he ran on. Abortion, abortion, abortion. Guys, I'm making a whole video on it discussing, I kind of already did, but there's a whole idea that abortion, suddenly shifted the electorate. Not really. We'll do that in a future video. But point is, Youngkin won on a phenomenal campaign. One of the best campaigns in quite a while. He focused on the issues that mattered to voters. Not this bullshit, oh, we must talk about gas prices and the stock market. It's like, yeah, some people care about it, but people care more about grocery prices. And on top of Youngkin being able to win Virginia, which again, it was in 2021, his approval rating's fairly high. And I can already tell people are going to say, then why don't we run Charlie Baker in Massachusetts? He has a high approval rating. Here's the difference. First of all, Massachusetts is like D plus 30. These people saying that, oh, well, if Glenn Youngkin has a high approval, he can win in Virginia, that means Charlie Baker can win. Like, not necessarily. Yes, governor elections are different than Senate seats. And I understand that Charlie Baker has a high approval. But guys, we're talking about Virginia, which is more like a D plus 6, D plus 7 state compared to the national electorate, versus Massachusetts, which is D plus 30. This is a stupid comparison. I'm not going to talk about it much. But if Youngkin decides to run, he has high approval ratings, high favorability ratings, which I don't think really matters, but there's that. And he has been an effective governor for the state of Virginia. If he decides to run, I think he has a shot of winning. I want to call him the favorite, but of the two candidates I'm discussing today, he has the best shot. But there's a second candidate, someone that not enough people talk about his results. Guys, we're talking about Man Huncow. Look, this guy is phenomenal on the issues, on optics. His campaign showed you, if you focus on a door-to-door campaign that's, talking to voters' needs, you can make a seat like Virginia 10th somewhat competitive. Guess what? Huncow got no funding. Even then, he got within 7 points in a Biden plus 18 seat. Biden plus 18. Think about that for a second. And it wasn't because of rural turnout. He did good in the rural parts, absolutely. But look at Prince William County. Look at Loudoun County. They shifted dramatically Republican. Now, Huncow did not win the seat. Very sad. I didn't expect him to win, but he did as good as expected, if not a bit better, compared to other congressional candidates in Virginia. But he showed a pathway. There is some signs in Nova for Democrats that this god-awful, blue wall of sorts they've assembled in Nova, it's starting to crack. And Huncow and Youngkin, they did pretty good up here. I mean, Huncow almost won this part of Prince William. It's not the full part, but he almost won this chunk of Prince William, which shifted 18 points from 2020. This is what I'm talking about, folks. Huncow and Youngkin, they're slowly starting to... There's cracks forming in this what was a blue wall in Nova. Like, I'm not saying let's go back to 2004 Bush margins, but there is some signage of breakage for Democrats in these counties. Plus, in the local Loudoun County school board races, conservatives kicked the living crap out of Democrats in Loudoun County and other counties across Nova. So there is some signs that this isn't a fluke. These candidates have figured out how to win and how to have good optics, yet be conservative enough to not be like Larry Hogan. So 2024, if I had to choose, I would go with a Youngkin. But if Youngkin decides not to run, which I don't know why you wouldn't, maybe he's setting up 2026. But if Youngkin decides not to run, which I think Youngkin would have a better chance of Huncow should absolutely run. And the good news is, with the convention system that they have in Virginia, hopefully we get the best candidate both on the issues and somebody that can win. Not some weird candidate that would lose Virginia by 15. It's like, guys, Amanda Chase was a lunatic. She was not that good on issues. Yeah, she was good on like one issue, but it's like, comparatively speaking, Youngkin was better on optics, better on the issue. So it's like, I would rather have Youngkin. So I hope Glenn Youngkin or Hun Kao enter this race, because this isn't some safe Democrat seat like some people have it. I mean, there was a poll in 2022. Now, again, these polls are taken for a grain of salt, but look at this. Look at this. Youngkin was only down by 2 points against Tim Kaine. Now, I know there's a lot of undecideds, but it's like, that's fascinating. But we just got to see what happens. Hopefully one of these two guys run, and we have a potential victory, or not necessarily a victory, but potentially show signs of federal trends in Virginia being Republican. So I hope Youngkin or Kao do run in 2024. Two are phenomenal candidates. I think they both have good futures ahead of them. Anyways, folks, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the Twitter account in the description down below, and join the channel today. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Godspeed to all of you.